Hey everyone, it's Steph. Welcome back to my channel. If you're new, welcome. My name is Steph and I like to film basically about all the things I'm passionate about, which is like hair and makeup, decor, book related videos. If you are watching this video, it's probably because you watched my first haul, which I showed you all of the decor that I purchased for fall and Halloween. And if you're coming to this one, that means that you want to see all of the really cool DIY projects and Cricut projects that I did make for fall and Halloween. So I'm super excited to show you all of my projects. I'm really proud of them. I can kind of give you a little bit of an explanation of all the products that I made and how you can make them yourself, what tools I used, but there won't be any like showing you how to make the things just because I have already made them, and the process was a little bit difficult for me to film as my craft room is not fully set up yet. But yeah, I'm going to show you all my decor and I'm super excited. So let's get right into all of the decor. So I guess I'm going to kind of show you in the way that I made the things. So I'm going to show you the first things I made to the last things I made. So if you watched my previous video, my apartment that I just moved into, I decorated in like a pink theme. Like, I just love pink, and mostly everything in my apartment is either pink, black, white, or gray. So I tried to implement some pink into my fall decor. Now, the things that you've seen in my last video, you probably think, because most of the stuff was like black and orange and white. So I did decide to go a different route, but the things that I did make in like the pinks and blues that I was going for, I'm going to implement in my kitchen decor. So the first thing I want to show you is this super cute fall garland. I love this so much. I'm gonna try and show you it. It is quite long. There's 12 pumpkins on it in total. I just don't want to bunch it all up here. So to make this, you're going to need some socks. So these are just made of some fluffy socks that I did get at Dollarama. I try and do my decor really cheap, as I don't like to spend super crazy amounts on decor that I'm only going to be putting up for a couple months a year. So these were socks, and I was able to use 3 pairs of socks to make 12 pumpkins. I did a gray, this like buffalo check, but it's like gray and white, and then this blush pink, as blush is the color that's in my apartment. And I can kind of give you a little bit of an explanation. They were a little bit difficult to make. I did look up a video on YouTube. I'm not too sure who made it, but I did follow a woman's tutorial on how to do it. So basically you need 3 pairs of socks and a sewing needle. So you do need to know a basic stitch to make these, and then the little sticks that I used on the top. I believe in the video she used some like sticks from outside, but I actually just bought some wooden dowels from the dollar store and I cut them up. I would recommend using like an actual saw or something. I did not have that on hand as I live in my apartment without any tools. I have like a hammer and a screwdriver. That's basically it. So I did use a kitchen knife to do these, but I did very carefully, and I cut them, and then they were just like a regular plain wood color. So I did use a bit of brown paint to give it a little bit of a stain effect and make them look like pumpkin stems. And I then used this yarn, just the basic white yarn, and I tied them on the stems to this. And I think I'm going to be putting this sort of in my kitchen slash like dining area. It's all like connected. So I think I'll put that up there. I just really loved how this turned out, and I love the way the pumpkins looked. I think this garland took me like 4 hours to make. I did make it bigger than the girl did show on it, but all you need is some socks. And if you just look up the video, I think I was like DIY sock pumpkin garland. But yeah, this is one of my favorite things that I've made, and I'm so excited to decorate with this in my apartment. So yeah, let's get on to the next thing I'm going to show you, which is sort of something like this as well, but I did it in a bigger form. So I'll show you those next. Alrighty, so the next thing I made were these really cute pumpkins, and these were actually made out of just like regular fabric. There's a little fluffy on there. They were made out of regular fabric, and they were a little bit more trickier to make. I did use a sewing machine, but you don't need to use a sewing machine, just because the socks is already in like a loop, because you're just trimming off the pieces of the sock, like where the heel and the end of the foot is. So basically you have like two little tubes that you're sewing like the ends of, whereas this is like a straight piece of fabric, so you do have to sew it into a tube first. I did use my sewing machine for that part, but you can hand stitch it. Like I said, this isn't a tutorial on how to make these things. I'm just showing you the tools that I used. So you'll need sewing needle and thread, you'll need some different kinds of fabric, and then again those little wooden dowels and some paint. So I did make those. You can look up the tutorial on how to do it, and once you find out how to make the garland, it's super straightforward. For these are a lot bigger than the pumpkins and the garland. So I made this black and white buffalo check. I made this super cute one that's like a green, and it's sort of like a green and blue, and then I also made this blush one, and these are going to be going in my kitchen. I like that they're not super like uniform, like they don't look all the same. I like the quirkiness of them. They do give that like homemade vibe, and yeah, I made these in all different colors, and I love them so much. I think I made like 8 total. This one here I made in this like floral print, which is not very fall-like, but if you're going for a more glam fall look, these are definitely a way to go. This little cute little blue one with polka dots, and I also made that in pink with polka dots. I did this one here, which has, you know, just a regular kind of plaid look with gray, and then this gray one here that has this like really light polka dots. So yeah, I love all of these pumpkins, and I'm just kind of gonna scatter them within my decor, probably in the kitchen, maybe a couple on my shelves in my living room. I don't know how they're gonna fit in with my black and white theme just yet, so I might just put them in one room where I decide to just keep it pink. But yeah, I just love these pumpkins, and I'm so excited to make more. They were pretty easy. They were pretty time consuming, but yeah, if you look up the tutorial, they're super easy to make. Sticking with the pumpkin theme, I wanted to show you these super cute pumpkins I made, well, painted I should say. I bought these pumpkins at the Dollarama, and they're quite big. Like compared to these little pumpkins that I made, they're huge. These were like this really like bright orange, and like, yeah, pumpkins are orange, but they were very like plasticky looking. They are made of foam, but they looked basically they looked fake. I wanted to give them some more life, make them look a little bit more realistic, so I did paint them with 3 coats of just regular paint, but they look so much more realistic. I mean, the stems are still a little bit plasticky looking, but I just think they go more with my theme this way, and I love the different shapes of them. I did buy a few more of these. I don't currently have them at my apartment. My mom picked them up for me. I wish I had like a little before and after so you could see the colors they were beforehand, but they just looked very fake, so I wanted to give them a little bit more life and decorate them with some paint, and I love the way that they turned out. So after I made that stuff, I then was looking on Pinterest and stuff and looking for some simple decor things I could make, and I found that people were decorating these like candles, and I bought these candles at Dollarama. They were $1.75. You can get them cheaper at Dollar Tree. I think they're only $1.25 at Dollar Tree. I don't have a Dollar Tree here, but I did get these at Dollarama, and these are actually in the candle section where you get like pictures of like Jesus and Mary and all that on them. I did take those off. I was trying to find pillar candles like this that didn't have that on it, so I did get those ones, and I seen these all over Pinterest that people were making, so I used inspired Ray Dunn font that I found on defont.com. I think it was called Kitchen Stuff, if anybody's interested and uses that website. So this one says Harvest, and then this one says Trick or Treat, and then this one says Thankful. I did the writing on the Cricut, but you could try and paint on them with like a glass paint if you don't have a Cricut machine. And then I sealed the stickers with Mod Podge just to keep them on there really nice. On the videos that and pictures I seen on Pinterest, they actually bought colored candles, or they melted the wax and added like a Crayola wax crayon in the color that you'd like, so I could dye them orange or black or, you know, purple or green, whatever color you wanted to go for. You could even do these in Christmas designs, but I decided not to go through all the trouble of melting the wax and changing the colors of the candles. I decided that if I wanted to add a little bit of color to them, that I would change the color of the stickers that I added to them. So this is permanent vinyl, but I sealed it with Mod Podge, and I love the way these turned out. They're very simplistic, and these will go in my living room. So yeah. Alrighty, so once I made those candles, I was super happy with that font. I loved the way it looked, and I wanted to recreate it on something else. So I went on Pinterest and I did a little bit of searching, and I found that people were decorating with these 2x4s. So when I show you what it is, you'll understand. But basically, I went to my local hardware store and I asked for a 2x4x8 piece of board, and I asked them to cut it into 8-inch blocks. I found that size myself. I looked at a lot of different pictures, and they were saying to purchase a 2x4, but they didn't say what measurements to get it cut at. I don't have any tools here, like I said in the beginning, so I did get them to cut it right at the hardware store for me, which was really great. The guy that I got was super nice and chopped it all up for me without questions asked, and I went and paid for it at the front. So yeah, I did want to mention the size that I got them cut into. If you like the shape, if you like the length that mine are and want to recreate these. So these here have that same font on them again, and I painted this one here white, and this one says Hello Fall. I just love the way that this looks, and just to like decorate my little shelves and have, you know, some little signs. So that one says Hello Fall. Then I created this one in white, and this one says Blessed, and it has that same font again that I used on those candles. It's called Kitchen Stuff on the defont.com website, if you want to recreate them yourself. So I just painted the wood, then I added the vinyl that I printed on my Cricut machine, and then I sealed them with Mod Podge just to make sure that they are going to stay on there. They're not going to be out in the weather or anything. They're going to be in my apartment, in my living room, in my kitchen, but I just wanted to seal them so that way when I put them away in storage, I won't have to worry about the stickers peeling off, even though it is permanent vinyl, just to be extra cautious. I also decided that maybe I wanted to switch it up. I didn't want to do all white blocks, so then I tried to do some orange and black ones. So this one here is orange, and it says pumpkin spice. I just love how simplistic this looks. This is not everybody's cup of tea, but Ray Dunn inspired things is really in right now, and I don't know, I just loved how simplistic these look. So there's the pumpkin spice one. I then did them in black. This one says spooky. I don't know, I think they're super cute. I've had a lot of questions. I actually posted them on my Facebook page, and a lot of people messaged me and was like, I'd love to order some of those if you're making them, which was really nice. So yeah, I'm just going to show you a couple more that I made. So I made this one that says autumn, and then this one here that says sweater weather, and I just chose all of these myself. I just kind of looked on Pinterest and looked up I just looked up fall signs, and a lot of the times these words will pop up in like little sayings and stuff, and you can kind of just choose what you would like written on these. You could write like pumpkin pie, you could write like Thanksgiving on them, you could decorate these for Christmas if you'd like to and do them in Christmas colors and write like ho ho ho, holly jolly, I don't know, lots of different things you could do. You could do these for any season, but I love the way that they looked. And then this one here is my favorite. I only did one this way. I did black with orange writing, and this one says Hocus Pocus. This has to be my favorite one, and I love the way that it looks. It will definitely look really cute with my Halloween decor. So yeah, the very last thing that I'm going to show you are some signs that you can recreate if you own a Cricut machine, and these have to be one of my favorite things besides the little blocks that I just showed you. These signs here I made on my Cricut, and all you need for these is these boards are actually, I purchased them from Dollarama, and they're actually supposed to be faced this way, so it's a wood canvas that you can purchase, and instead of painting it as a canvas this way, I then flipped it to the back side and created used the colors to make this stand out. So this would be the part where you would hang it on the wall, right, if this was a regular sign, but instead I then turned it this way so it has a border. So what you'll need for this is a Cricut, or you could even freehand this design yourself. Definitely wasn't freehanding this. I did go to art school, but I would definitely not be able to get it as pristine as this. I needed some stencil vinyl, so I put stencil vinyl into my Cricut, printed out this design that I found on Pinterest, and then used whatever color paints I would like and decorated this, and then I just peeled the vinyl off, and there you are. This is my Halloween countdown, and I definitely will be doing this for Christmas. I have these different signs up in my apartment that have just, you know, regular sayings on them, not Halloween related, and I just love how simple they look with the nice black border and the white inside. I also made one more of these signs, and these were another thing that people were requesting when I posted them on my Facebook page, saying, oh, I'd love to have one of those for my place. And this last one here is, again, the black border, white around it, and this one says, hey there, pumpkin. And I just loved how simple the font looked, and I'm super excited to have this up in my apartment. I forgot to mention that these boards, I think they're 16 by 20, and they are $4 each at Dollarama. If you saw these and you saw them, you know, they're actually come in plain wood, and they come this way. If you saw them like that, you wouldn't really think anything of it. You're just like, oh, it's like a wood canvas. Mostly people buy, like, you know, your regular canvas, but then if you kind of use, you know, your creativity side and think, what can I make with that? And then I flipped it around and I saw that you could make this border trim, and I just love the way that looked. Also forgot to mention the easiest way to get the black trim without going on the white is just to use some green masking tape or painter's tape to achieve that very pristine edge that I went for. Alrighty guys, I am going to end the video here. That is everything I have to show you that I DIY'd for fall and Halloween. I love all of the pieces I've made, and I'm super excited to decorate my apartment with them. Like I said, there's lots of videos and picture tutorials online that you can look up to make these, and let me know in the comments down below if you are starting to decorate for fall already. What is your favorite DIY from this video? Thank you so much for watching, and have a great day. Bye.